Hello, welcome back to It's New. Got the whole crew. Hope everybody's doing well. Anu, what do you got for us today?
Yeah, the big DSA news we've all been anticipating has finally arrived.
Nice. And Google made some clarifications that are really actual big changes. Mordy, what do you got for us?
I forgot my mic, but
You sound good.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
Is that the update?
The SEO world of data only begins on April 12th.
And Greg.
And we will have a new single setting for enhanced conversions.
Very good. All right, Anu, you got some big news for us.
Yes, I do. So yeah, we might want to show a picture of like a graveyard and one of all the many different features that Google Ads has deprecated over the years, and unfortunately DSA joins that lovely graveyard now, and they're doing it in favor of AI Max. So yeah, so Google is going to be retiring the tools, not just DSA, but also things like the automatically created assets or campaign level broad batch settings. So yeah, that is now going into AI Max, and this is starting in September. So eligible campaigns using DSA, ACAs, or the campaign level broad batch will be automatically migrated to AI Max, and Google will stop allowing advertisers to create new DSA campaigns through the ads editor, once the automatic upgrades begin. And there are going to be tools. They said that literally as soon as possible, they're going to be sharing tools on how you can do the migration early beforehand, so that you don't leave Google Ads to do what they're going to do. But yeah, it's happening, guys. DSA is going away finally, and officially it'll be September. It'll be gone. Excitement! Wow, that was a mournful.
The writing's been on the wall for a long time with this.
It has been, right?
Just in general. I mean, they're saying the replacement is AI Max. There's obviously final URL expansion and text customization. So you can go out and say, take these pages, don't take these pages, which makes sense. There's also an option in Performance Max where you can use page feeds, and you can do essentially the same thing by submitting a list of pages, or contains, if you're trying to get certain categories or something in a category, and you can limit what will be crawled or what will be used from that. So you kind of have a couple different options there, but this has been coming for a long time. There's really no need for DSAs when you're in a world of final URL expansion.
Very good. All right, cool. So what's the timeline on that? How soon is that happening?
September.
Okay.
September is going to come up. Yeah.
Very good. All right. So something that we did not expect, but some may have said this has happened for a while, is that when you submit a spam report to Google on the search side, Google used to say that these will not be used for manual actions. And Google said, we're clarifying that they now can be used for spam. These spam reports can be used for manual actions, meaning Google said, oh yeah, you can submit spam reports all you want. We're not going to go ahead and funnel them into our manual action section where we'll have somebody review them and go ahead and penalize sites. So for some reason, Google made that change and said, we're clarifying that they can be used. In addition, which kind of ruffling a lot of feathers, is that the text you actually type in there as a person who's actually reporting the spam can actually be used verbatim and passed along to the site owner that you're reporting as spam. So if you put in I hate this website, my name is Mordy Oberstein, I live at this address, and this is my phone number, and here's my bank account information, that information will all be passed along to the site owner you're complaining about. Sorry. So be careful what you put in there, because that could be used and passed along directly to the site owner, and Google's not going to go ahead and remove that information. Scary stuff.
I think it's cool. I like it. You're gonna call somebody out for being a spammer, and then they get to see your message. That's how the world should work.
I agree, but it's a change, and Google just said they clarified it, which is, again, Google clarified before, saying an actual warning on the page itself actually said it would not be used like that. So to say this is a clarification, Google should say this is a change.
Yeah. No. But it's a good change. Good. I want people to, if that could actually be helpful. You know what I mean? Okay. Being like, hey, your site is hacked.
Bank kind of information. That's useful.
And then it's like, hey, yeah, my site is hacked. Cool. I didn't know this. Let me fix it. I'm not trying to be a spammer. I just got hacked.
Right.
Right. That could be an example.
That could be an example. Yeah, for sure. And then Mordy covered the Search Console bug that was freaking everybody out yesterday.
Everyone was really freaked out. I mean, it's like Google sent out these mass emails. It was a bug. John Mueller confirmed it was a bug, saying that they're only collecting, well, not only they're collecting, starting April 12th, we're collecting impressions on this site, which you verified in Google ages ago. So SEO was like, oh my gosh, like, does this mean that only now impressions are being tracked in Search Console as property I verified years ago, even though I've been looking at data on this website for many, many years, for a long, long time. But maybe that was all like fake news and didn't really exist. Glenn Gabe, I didn't answer the article. Maybe I didn't see it till after I wrote it, but Glenn Gabe tied this back into maybe this was a bug that tied into the impressions bug that Google had in Search Console. But I guess that makes sense, probably.
No, I actually embedded John's response to that. He said no, it's unrelated.
Oh, he said no. Oh, my bad. Thanks.
Yeah. I just didn't include Glenn's post because I don't know. Basically, it's just a bug. It's unrelated to any of those previous things, and Google somehow sent out that email by accident. But it means nothing. So don't look into it, according to John Mueller. Of course, if you believe him or not, that's another thing. And then on the Google Ads side, to round it out, we have some new toggles.
Yeah, this is a pretty simple one, but Bia Carmago over on LinkedIn had spotted the simplification of enhanced conversions. So in the past, you choose between Google tag, GTM, API for implementation, and now basically there's going to be like seeming like a toggle switch to just turn it on or off. It'll be a single setting. You won't need to select those different sources as long as I'm assuming you have everything set up correctly, tracking conversions and everything's coming through, customer match lists, things like that. And then you can toggle enhanced conversions on or off, and you don't have to choose between those three options. If you are running enhanced conversions, there's nothing that you need to do. Accounts using that will run as is. So really just making it simpler. And in case you don't know, enhanced conversions tries to look at that data that comes through based off of user data and really connect conversions to users, not necessarily to devices or computers, and trying to get you a bigger picture to your conversion mix or conversion data, I would say, maybe not mix. So simpler, easier to turn on. And if you're already doing it, nothing to be concerned about.
Very good. Exciting. All right. And
Very exciting.
Congratulations on the 2nd year anniversary. We're working at Search Engine Land. Cupcakes for all. Just send a spam report to a news site with your address and your social security number, and she'll send you a cupcake.
Is that red velvet?
Oh my gosh, you missed me.
I love a good red velvet. Cream cheese frosting.
Yeah, buttercream frosting is the best thing in the world.
Hey, Anna, did the Search Engine Land buy those for you?
No.
Did they require?
Really? You want to get me into trouble live on air? Really?
No.
I like how
Search
you
Engine
just
Land.
matched your shirt to your cupcake so that people don't think they'd see it. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have a camo cupcake. Well, we all see it.
Yeah. Search Engine Land once bought me a cake at an XMX for my birthday in March. Danny Sullivan's like, I'm sorry, it's not kosher, but we're all going to eat it for you.
I was there. I was there in Seattle, right? I think it was
good?
Seattle.
Yeah.
It was cake.
Cake.
I'm not a cake guy.
No.
What kind of guy are you?
Anyway.
Ice cream?
Oh, good answer.
Very good. All right, everybody, we're back tomorrow with more. It's new. Everyone have a great day. Thanks so much for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.